Like so many folks these days, a Green Country family relies on cell phone service at home instead of a landline. But a big disconnect with their cell phone company brought them to 2 News problem solver Pete Knutson for help.
In the hills around Tahlequah, we found Richard knocking down some weeds and Trish watering some flowers. They moved out here more than 6 years ago and signed up with AT&T for cell service for 3 lines.
We've been with AT&T for years up here, and we've always had really good reception until about February or March of this year. And all of a sudden, we couldn't get any calls.
They couldn't make any calls either, unless they went outside and stood in a certain spot.
114-degree weather, and 5 months later, you're outside on the phone anytime you want to use it. It gets irritating.
Especially, Richard and Trish say, after months of promises, their reception would be cleared up.
Month after month after month, they gave us this line, and we sat and we were patient, and we went ahead and paid that $220 on the average, sometimes $300 a month for the 3 phones.
But 5 months went by without a solution. Trish says they had no choice but to find another cell provider.
At that point, they sent us a bill for early termination fees, even though they had basically dropped all of their service to us.
Here's a copy of that bill. It's for nearly $400. Richard and Trish say they tried for weeks to get those charges dropped, but when that didn't work, they called the 2 News problem solvers, and we contacted AT&T. A spokesperson tells me he found out there had been ongoing tower problems in that area, so they agreed to drop the charges.
Today, we're happy campers.
And we were tickled to death.
And with that hang-up behind them, they're back to hanging out in their yard. Pete Knutson, 2 News works for you.
Pete, thanks. Now remember, when dealing with an ongoing problem, it's best to request documentation of any promises from company reps in writing.